This software has made me fall in love with wedding photography again. Solely because of this software, I am finally on top of all my tasks. I'm finally in control. So in this video, I want to show you 5 different pieces of software that you might not already be aware of. So I'm not going to go over Photoshop or Lightroom. I assume most of us already own those pieces of software. But these 5 pieces of software that I use as a professional photographer really speed up my workflow, because the less time I'm spent in front of this machine and the more time I'm out actually earning money, that's always going to be the better option. So I want to jump straight into the first one. The first one is Studio Ninja. So what is Studio Ninja? Well, Studio Ninja is basically a content management system, and if you're a wedding photographer in particular, this is an absolute game changer. It can be quite hard when you're trying to remember so many tasks per wedding across multiple clients. So I need to remember when am I meeting up with them, when's their engagement session going to be, where's it going to be, what time's it going to be, have I sent them their gallery yet, have I wished them well yet, have I called in with them, have I sent their contract, have I sent their questionnaire. Imagine multiplying that by the amount of clients that you may have that year. It can be very daunting to keep everything in check. This is where Studio Ninja comes in. You can do all your invoicing, your automation. It's got a calendar, an address book. It's all cloud-based, which is great. It's also on your phone as well, so I can access all of my clients and all of the tasks that I need to do directly from my phone. You can do electronic signatures as well, so you can send off your clients a contract and they can sign it electronically. But let me show you how it works. So when I log in, I can see at a glance all of the jobs that I have coming up and what I need to do. If you set this to your home page so that every time you launch your internet browser, this is the first thing that pops up. So every day when I click Chrome, this is the first thing that pops up, so I can see at a glance what jobs or tasks I need to do that day, which is so convenient. So I can see here, these are all the weddings that I've got coming up. When I click into Graham and Katie's wedding, you can see this is my workflow that I've created. It just keeps everything in check, on task. I know when I need to do something next, because you can set due dates for absolutely everything. I can send automated emails to go out whenever I want. So for example, an automated email will go out to Graham 2 or 3 days before saying, really excited for the wedding. If there are any last minute things you want to communicate, then do let me know. I've got all my invoicing stuff here. I've got the contract here. I can go back and view their contract. I can view the questionnaire that automatically gets sent to them 3 months before. Again, you can set all that up inside Studio Ninja to do it automatically, which is just so good. I love this software so much. This software has made me fall in love with wedding photography again. Solely because of this software, I am finally on top of all my tasks. I'm finally in control. All thanks to Studio Ninja. I absolutely love it. Studio Ninja will give you a 30-day free trial, which is really cool. And if you sign up with my referral code, you will get $5 off of your bill every single month. And if you can refer 6 people, you can enjoy Studio Ninja for free. The one last thing I want to show you, which has been really convenient for me, is you can take their contact form builder and you can insert it into your own website. So let me show you what I mean. If I go over to my wedding website, if I go to the contact page, this contact form is actually pulled from Studio Ninja. You can customize it so that it fits in with your brand. But what's great is when your clients fill in all of this information, it will automatically be added to Studio Ninja as a new client form. So all of their details will be there. They'll automatically get added to the workflow. You don't have to manually put it in. It will automatically put it in for you, which is so convenient. I love it so much. The next piece of software that I want to go over on my list is Animoto. Animoto is a piece of software that allows you to create really cool slideshows in seconds. So let me show you how it works. So this is Animoto. So here we've got all different slideshow styles. So let's say we went with rustic. I can then go to rustic. We can see an example of how it might look. I then go to create video. It loads up the video creator. I then drag in my JPEGs here. So let's just grab some JPEGs. So all you do is you just drag your JPEGs onto it. That's now going to upload, so you give that a few moments to upload. While that's uploading, I can start adding text. So for example, I might want to put congratulations, Lucy and Elliot. Then I might put the date, so let's just put a random date, Monday the 12th of October, and then go to save. That will now get added to the end, but what I like to do is I like to throw that at the start, so that's the first thing they're gonna see. You can also add your logo, so let's do that. So I'm gonna add my logo. I can add an outro caption, so maybe I can put, please take a card below, and then hit done. All the images have uploaded. You can add your own song here as well, and then you just simply go to preview video, give it 15 seconds, and it automatically plays back a generated slideshow. There you go. So it's not just your simple fade in, fade out. I mean, they do have that, or you can go quite 3D like this and go quite rustic. I then simply go to produce, fill it all in, and then hit 1080p, and then it will then export a 1080p video for me. You can send that off to the client maybe the day after, or if you're quite savvy like me, you can do it on the day of the actual wedding. So when they get to the point of the day where they're eating their meal, I will take 40 or 50 of the best images that I've taken so far. I will load them into Animoto, make a quick slideshow, and then have it playing in the corner on a loop all night. Because it had that caption, please take a card below, I'll conveniently have some cards out. So what might look like a great service to your clients is actually a really effective marketing tool, which has helped me gain loads and loads of clients. Obviously your clients there know your work, but the guests don't. And because they're caught up in the moment, they'll pick a card up, I might have a conversation with them and potentially get some new clients that way. So Animoto has really helped me gain new clients because of this thing. But if you don't want to do that, maybe you want to do it the next day, or maybe you want to even add it on as an extra feature. I mean, that took me seconds to do, but you could potentially charge whatever you want for that. So that's why I like Animoto. All right, so the third piece of software on my list is Photo Mechanic. Photo Mechanic is a media browser that helps you view, organize, and manage and export your digital files. But when I say fast, it is in fact the world's fastest photo browser. So if you're someone like me, where if you're trying to load up Photoshop with 3,000 images or Lightroom with 3,000 images, every time you hit the next to have a look at your next photo, you've got to wait for it first to render. That could take up to a few seconds. And if you've got thousands of photos, then that can eat up a lot of time, which can be really, really frustrating. What's great about Photo Mechanic is it will let you scrub through all of your images incredibly fast, no matter what kind of PC or laptop you have. I don't know what kind of gadgetry it has behind it, but it does allow you to skip through and cycle through all of your images very, very quickly. Okay, once you launch the program, the first thing I need to do is to ingest all of my images from not only my card, but also from my second shooter's card, for example, from a wedding. So I've ingested all of my images. Now this is where this program shines. Let me show you. So if I double click, and now I'm going to cycle through them, and you can see there is absolutely no rendering needed. They are popping up straight away. There's no kind of blurry and then it kind of comes in focus. There's no waiting around. I can see instantly just by clicking. There's absolutely no delay. That's so great. Now what's great is you can integrate this with Lightroom. So what I can do in this program is I can choose which photos I want to drag across over to Lightroom. So this is the ultimate culling piece of software. If you don't have it, you really need to get it. It will speed up your workflow exponentially, I promise. So if you want to choose a photo, I can hit the T on my keyboard. You can see and now tick appears there. It also appears down here. And I can now go through and hit the T on images, on all the images that I like. So I'm just going to select a bunch at random just so you can see what's going on. And then we're going to go up the top here and go from all to tagged. So this is just all the ones that I've tagged, and hit the T button. These are all the ones that I want to transfer over to Lightroom. I go to select all. I then drag them over to Lightroom, just drop them into Lightroom. And the import dialog box pops up and you can see it's got all of the images in that folder, but you can see it's automatically ticked the ones that I ticked in Photo Mechanic, you can see is in Lightroom. So if I then go just straight to import, don't even need to worry about that. It will import only the ones that I tagged and I dragged over from Photo Mechanic. So there they all are. I've done my cull. These are all the ones that I'm now going to start editing in Lightroom. So that's Photo Mechanic. Okay, the next piece of software on my list is a software called Fundy Designer. Now, this is the newest piece of software that I've introduced into my business and I absolutely love it. This piece of software allows you to build your wedding albums or your portrait albums with one click. It has a really cool algorithm behind their album builder, and with one click it will automatically design your wedding album. It's got a few other tricks as well, but let me first show you how you can build an album very quickly using this piece of software. Once you've got all your images imported, I go up here to New Album, click New Album, then you select who you print with. So I'm going to select Dreambooks, because I use Dreambooks Pro, then go to Next, go to Standard. Now I'm going to use 10 by 10 as an example. That's one of my sizes. It's one of my most popular sizes that I offer. So I'm going to go 10 by 10, hit Next. I'm not going to have a cover. Hit Next. All I need to do here is just click this button here, Auto Design. So it's going to be 1 minimum per spread, 6 max per page. This is what I kind of like. I like that default setting. So there's going to be no more than 6 per page, but there could be one that takes up an entire spread, which is 2 pages. Then I hit Design, and just like that, it has created a really great starting point, if not an almost near finished design. That's what I love about the algorithm on this. Now again, if you're planning on doing this in front of the client, all you can do is just hover over a spread and you can just hit this button here, and that will hover through different designs to see which one you like best. Because of this software, it's made me want to sell albums again, because I'm terrible at designing albums, and when I did, it would take me hours and hours and they would look nowhere near as good as this with one click. So that's why it's enabled me to sell albums and also earn more money. Because I'm selling the albums, I'm actively pushing these now. So if I wanted to, I can go in here and I could say I can swap those images out. Then you can just keep going through your different spreads to make sure you're happy with them, make sure you're happy with each layout. You can go here to layouts if you prefer looking at this view, if you think it's easier seeing them at a glance here. And let's just say I like this one, for example, select that, and it automatically changes. It's so easy. Then you can then just simply go up here to the export for print. Then you take that file and then you're going to give those files to your printers. All right, the last piece of software in this list is probably the most important piece of software that you are going to own, and that is Backblaze. Backblaze is an online cloud storage system which automatically backs up your computer, your external hard drives that are plugged in automatically, continuously, without you having to worry about anything. So the first thing I do when I walk in after a shoot is I will plug all of my hard drives in, I will back up all of the footage, all of the images, and then Backblaze will detect that there are new files that have appeared on my hard drive and will automatically start backing up to the cloud. And it's so cheap. It starts from about $6 a month, which is absolutely nothing. And you can also try it for free as well. You get 15 days free, so you can see how it works and see if you can kind of fit it into your workflow. I want to show you what it looks like at the back end, just to give you an idea of what to expect if you do sign up. So this is the back end of Backblaze, and you can see already I've backed up well over 5 terabytes worth of, well, everything really. So if I go to view and restore files, if I scroll down, you're going to see it almost feels like you're looking at your hard drives as normally as they would be if they were connected to your laptop. So I can see that I've got my travel drive there. So if I click that, there is all of my files that I've backed up. Tommy Reynolds 8, Tommy Reynolds 7, so those are my latest hard drives that I'm using at the moment. If I just click that, you can see in the scroll down, there's everything there that I've backed up. The first time I actually had to use this was a couple of years ago, which was actually right before the photography show a couple of years ago. It was literally the day before I was scheduled to drive to Birmingham, and I was working on my PowerPoint. I was just kind of going through it, making sure it was all okay, ready for tomorrow. And I thought that I would be sensible and clean up the files on my hard drive. So I was putting them all in relevant folders, and I'd moved the PowerPoint file that I was working on to another folder. And when I hit save on PowerPoint, because it had changed location, it got confused and then it crashed and then it corrupted. So I lost that PowerPoint, and I was pulling my hair out thinking, oh my God, I've just lost this PowerPoint that I need for tomorrow. And then I realized I've got Backblaze. This was the first time I genuinely went onto it, went to view and restore, went to my desktop, and sure enough, there it was. So I was able with one click to just restore it, and it took seconds to do. So that is such a great feature. If you want to back up your entire hard drive, let's just say your hard drive did corrupt and you need to get Backblaze to restore everything, you can purchase a USB hard drive, which is $189. It's up to 8 terabytes, and they will send that to you in the post. If you then send that back within 30 days, they will give you your money back. Why wouldn't you do it? You would be stupid not to have something like this set up. You can have all the hard drives under the sun, you can back up to loads of hard drives, but there's nothing compares to having a cloud-based system. And what's also great is because it's cloud-based, I can have it on my phone. I can access files from my phone if I want to using Backblaze's app, which is another really great feature. For the price it is, you'd just be silly not to do it. So I would definitely recommend Backblaze. All right guys, well that's it. Those are my 5 top pieces of software that I use on a daily basis. I will leave all the links in the description below for all of the pieces of software. That's about it from me. Thanks ever so much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, then please make sure you hit the like or share button, or subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And as always, I will see you again next time. Cheers guys, bye-bye.